Hello and welcome, my name is Ahura. This is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing as England. In the last episode we did a bit of exploring up here, and we got up to the next level of our idea group here, of our exploration ideas, which gave us just enough colonial range to get into Greenland, and we could also get this province down in Canada. So right now we're trying to rush as fast as possible to kind of spread down the coast of North America, so we can make sure France can't get any colonies over here, and we can secure as much territory as possible before they get into we can't hold them out forever, because eventually they will get enough colonial range so they can just take any point of the coast, and I don't think we can spread fast enough to completely stop them, especially when we get down to the Caribbean. There's a lot of small islands, and it's really hard to kind of hold everybody off the exploration, but hopefully we can kind of keep it for ourselves for a bit. Oh, and let's buy this pike and shot. So now we have actually caught up with most of the powers in mainland Europe, and we need to get a new advisor. We fired our advisor last time just to get a bit more space in our budget. We are not colonizing that more expensive colonies yet, but colonization can be pretty expensive, so having all level 2 advisors might not be feasible for us for some time. Let's get our boat out and explore some sea provinces and get some prestige. We do really nice up here in the North Sea. We're actually pulling down a lot of money now, but also seems a lot of people are trying to get in on our trade. Why do Friesland has this much power? Oh, they have some kind of bonus. I don't like that. They're taking our money. That's a lot of our money. There's Friesland. Don't like you, Friesland. Let's set them as a rival. It will cost 10 diplomatic power, but then we can embargo them and make sure we can keep our trade. So you just got them way down in, oh, not actually that much, but it got them down in trade power, so we keep a bit more of our money, and we need our money. Maybe it's time to build some temples. Yeah. And we've got a alliance offer from Utrecht. No, don't want to ally with you. What are you thinking? Now we're just waiting for our colony to grow. Already 89 people are living there. I think once we get to about 500 or so, I'll move over to and take the next province here too. And these provinces, because they have a tax base of 1, they won't be that expensive to colonize, and we just want to kind of take as much territory as possible at the start, and most of this territory up here is not really worth that much. So we kind of wanna get down here as fast as possible. We got a reconquest against France. Oh, because they took Labour. Or what? No, because they took Armagnac. Why is that a core and this is not? Oh, we gave away this core in a war. That's right. So we have a casus belli against France, which is nice. And they are just mad about war. Now they are declaring war on another vassal. I think actually soon they'll be out of vassals, so that also means they'll be out of allies. Okay, allied with Austria actually. That's bad. No, maybe not. They are still the. Let's see. Austria. They only have the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire only have 4,000 troops, so he won't be emperor for long. Revolt in the Western Isles. High taxes, culture, and blah 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 blah. We can ignore them. We don't want to lose taxes. Let's just kill some rebels. We'll just send this guy up here and let's actually base him out of here. Then let's bump up the army maintenance for a bit. Nobility was not fully subjugated during this age, and the nobles could and did strike independent alliances with foreign princes. The crown of Europe might not have liked it, but they were normally hard pressed to prevent these kind of activities. We can use 33 administrative power and get a diplomatic insult. Casus belli against Burgundy. We could deal it later and lose 25 prestige. Let's just lose the prestige. We'll get it pretty fast by exploring. Hopefully. Possibly. Oh, accommodations with natives is Eric's short. The local native population seems to be more accepting of our presence. It will have great benefits on the long run. We lose ferocity. So let me explain. There are two things that affect how much the natives will damage your colonies, how much rebellions they'll kind of do. One is the aggressiveness. This determines how often they'll try to rebel against you, and the more access, the more likely they are to rebel. But whenever they do rebel, they'll do damage based on their ferocity. So right now there's only one bow here. Before there was two. So one bow means they won't hardly do any damage if they rebel. And if we actually have troops up here, so we can take care of them, they will also do very little damage to them. So losing ferocity is really nice. It really helps out with making sure your colonies are safe. Let's go down here and explore some more. This just takes a couple of these coastal sea territories. They will still count as ocean and give some attrition, but we'll be able to get into the coast pretty quick and get home. Oh, and we discovered the Creek, one of the Indian nations. Once we get to the end of the exploration ideas, we'll get a permanent casus belli against all the pagans, which means we can just attack all the Indians and slowly assimilate them into into our country, just like the original settlers did. Which is... it's not that nice, but it's what happened. Now we're gonna go up in history. Let's bump up maintenance a bit. No, and we still don't want to be allied with you, Utrecht. And we are getting a penalty for having 2 leaders because we have a general. Should I fire him? Yeah, I'm gonna fire him. We don't really need him right now, and he wasn't that good anyway. So let's just get that extra military point. We really need to catch up in military technology, and to get this these ideas. So, and we are actually losing, getting some attrition up here. But it's only 0.5, so we can deal with that. Oh, we don't need to pay for maintenance if we already repaired. So let's see if we can get down and find the Caribbean. Why won't it go down here? Come on, you can go here. See, Portugal is already here. It's not that hard. The coast of Cuba. Just exploring all kinds of stuff. And Tortuga, Jamaican Canal. The Eastern Caribbean, Baronas. Coast of Hispaniola. And here, Portugal already up here in the Caribbean islands. So he is really spread fast. And the natives did rise up against us, but they only had 500 men, so we crushed them fast. When I play as Portugal, I usually just try to colonize as much of Brazil as possible at the start, because that makes sure that Castile can colonize for a while, but the computer usually just try to spread it out. So we might have to deal with Portugal up here also. That might actually be a Portuguese province up here. So I think we can get, if you have provinces, colonies next to other colonies, you'll have a casus belli against them. So maybe in the future we'll actually be going to war against Portugal for colonies. And once again, we recruited some sailors from our fishing fleet and got some navy tradition, which is nice. Can never have too much army and navy tradition. And once again, we can build some temples. Get us some money. We love us some money. And let's bump up maintenance once again. Let's look. So Greenland is actually part of the trade node up here, which we haven't discovered yet. So let's do that next time we go out. Unhappiness among the artisans, conflicts and protests over taxes, corporations, trade and custom policies becoming quite frequent and could result in a sharp drop in our industrial production if we don't handle the situation carefully. We could execute the troublemakers and lose their stability, or we could abolish tax and lose a hell of a lot of money. Let's lose stability and then pay a lot of annoying points to get it back. Why do we have to lose stability all the freaking time? I really don't like that. Oh, but we can see down here there's already we discovered this trade node, and as we can see, so far it's only the Iroquois, the Creek, and the Shawnee who are trading here. They're all collecting, but we'll pretty fast get into a position. Once we get down here, we will dominate this trade node, and we'll have kind of two choices. We can either send the train back to England, which will give an extra 20% income, or we can keep it here and collect it ourselves, which will give the 10% for the merchant. But we'll lose some trade power. But since there's so little trade power, and since it'll probably be some time before any other European countries get over here, we can probably safely transfer trade power once you start getting provinces over there. And we can transfer it back to London and just kind of cobble it all up. We just have to make sure that we don't lose too much over here. We should probably soon be starting to build some marketplaces here. Even though we control all the territory, a lot of people are sending their merchants here, and just the bit of trade power that the merchant gives means that they're pulling out a lot of money from. So most of this money is from the bonus, because each time another country sends their merchant, it will give extra bonus, but they are pulling some money, maybe, I think they're pulling 2.5 gold away that we could be getting, so we don't really like that. So, the next exploration idea, Land of Opportunity, which gives extra settlers, and that's really nice, especially up here. This colony is only getting 35, so it will almost double the amount of settlers who gets up there, so let's get that straight away. Really speed up the growth of our colonies. We're ready to go exploring again. Let's bump down fleet maintenance. Right, now we can just explore this trade node. And once again, do you want to get an alliance? We don't want that. Austria, tell of the... Okay, so now the Protestant Reformation has started. Thoughts of disapproval against the Roman Catholic Church are spreading across Europe, and as a result, increasing corruption of monks and clerics. Voices raised questioning the current principles and greed of the Church. A monk in Wien has for some time expressed deep concern and is now openly declaring his discontent for the Church, paving the way towards a reformation of the faith. Let's just see. Let's find that religious map mode. So 2 provinces down here has turned into Protestant, and over the next years we'll probably see a rapid expansion of the Protestant faith. It means we can actually already change to Protestant now, but I might be wanting to do that just because of the extra tax modifier and the cheaper ideas. But once we do that, we'll have a religious unity of 0. So I think it's better to wait and see if we can get a lot of reformation in our country first, and then once we get to we have a few Protestant territories, and then we might want to change. It will meet a lot of instability in the country, and it will take a lot of time to get over it. And for all that time we probably can't go to any wars, just because we will use our military to stomp down rebels. But hopefully, I think that's the way we want to go, if it's at all possible. And we didn't get the trade node yet. Probably down here then. Just want to get to that so we can see how we can affect the trade. Oh, and it's here. So right now, because we have a province in this trade zone, even though we don't have a merchant here, we are actually forwarding the trade power but since we don't have, there's no provinces here yet who are doing any trade. This colony hasn't grown yet to a size where it actually produces anything. But once it starts producing stuff, this trade node will start to produce some money, and then we can will just automatically pull that money forward and into the North Sea trade zone here, where we are pulling a lot of it forward into our own trade zone here. So and we will probably do that also with the Chesapeake Bay. Instead of pulling it into London, we'll pull it up into the North Sea, so we can get that extra multiplier down here. We do need some extra merchants though. We won't get anything for being England, so probably one of the next ideas we want to look at is either the expansion or the trade idea. Or we may want to do one of the administrative ideas first, but we definitely want an extra merchant or two, just to kind of capitulate on the trade we'll be generating over here in the new world. But anyway, I think I'm gonna take a break, and I'll see you in the next video.